Hello, good morning. I hope I find you well. My name is John Nyamonda. I'm going to be talking to you about my business, JWN PPE Supply Chain Solutions. Now, I'm just an ordinary man, having been born in Zaka and grown up in Zimbabwe. Have been teaching for the last 26 years. Enjoyed it. I didn't get paid much. But well, it wasn't about the salary, it was actually about the passion. And I want to talk to you about my business. In the following series of videos I'm going to be posting, I'm going to be discussing the benefits of starting your own business. And I want to walk with you on my journey from the launch of JWN PPE Supply Chain Solutions until hopefully it can be a success story that people can actually use as a model. I must say, business is not easy. Business is tough. Business is harsh. You break up with family. You conflict with friends. You fight with landlords. You fight with your employers. You hustle and tussle with your clients. The economy beats you down. It's not easy. But I believe it is worth it. So my conversation is going to be around how do you set up a business? What are some of the challenges that you're likely to encounter when you're starting a business? And how do you overcome those challenges? As I said, my story is slightly different because I didn't grow up with a spoon around my mouth. I had to fight for everything I have. Having grown up in a village, I think the first time I wore boots on my feet was when I was 13 years old. It was called Sandak, I remember, from the Butter Shoe Company. It was a size small, and you can imagine how difficult it is to wear a boot that is a size small. Now, my sister-in-law bought this for me, and he gave them to me and asked me to try them, and she noticed that they were a size small. So she said she was going to take them back to Harare, the city, and she will bring them back the next time she came, which would be 12 months later. So I said no, they were fine. And I would walk 15 kilometers to school in those shoes. And obviously, because they were small, they got torn. But I still wore them. I think for 6 months I was wearing those shoes until eventually they couldn't fit anymore. And when did I get my next pair of shoes? When I was going to grade 8, Form 1. So it wasn't an easy life. I've always wanted to start a business, but I was too scared of the myriad of challenges that one faces when you're involved in a business. First and foremost, I think one of the biggest challenges is everybody thinks finance, which is so true. If you don't have finance, it's not easy to start a business. And some people would go on to actually say there's no business without money. So this then brings me to the question, why JWN? I had to think around a variety of challenges. Let me take you back to 2010. So 2010, I launched a business, Al Mutakun Motor Spares in Harare. I had an office that I was operating from in Kagui Street. Small business with a baki. Friends had assisted in putting money together for me. And in this, I owe Sheikh Rafan Albrams of Cape Town a lot, because he assisted me in this. Needless to say, the business flopped. I didn't have any strategy. I didn't have good teams. I couldn't market as well. I didn't know any car parts. To be honest, I still don't know any car parts. I was just informed that unofane mari, like you will die of cash. Well, I died of lack of it. So that was 2010. 2012, I decided to go into uniform supplies. So I created a brand, Uniform Nation. In this, I was supposed to be supplying schools with uniforms, tracksuits, sports kits. And I had a wonderful deal with one of the schools in Manicaland, Mtare. It was the best deal I've ever had. I was supposed to supply them with t-shirts and tracksuits. With the former head of the school, may he so rest in peace, who assisted me to get this project running. It didn't work out. I had an accident, lost everything, lost my car. The school had given me advance money to go and purchase uniforms and supply, because they trusted me. I go to Cape Town. The dealership that I got the samples from, I paid them 90,000 Rand at the time. It was slightly over 10,000 US dollars. And the man vanished. An adult man, 65-year-old white man. I'm saying white man because I believed at 65, being white, you would be trustworthy. Well, I live to tell the tale. Up to now, I don't know where that man is, if he's still alive anyway. So, the business went under. My job wasn't paying. I was supposed to pay back the $10,000, and I was earning 7,000 Rand. I had a family. It went bust. 2016, I decided, I still wanted to do uniforms. So I was now trying to get clients. Negotiated a deal with one church in Masvingo, one of the biggest churches in Masvingo. I won't say the name, but I was supposed to make blankets for them. I secured a deal, was going to provide 15,000 blankets. I had a deal with a manufacturer. I financed the design of a sample with everything around the church, logo, its leader, the anniversary that they were celebrating. Put together 2 samples, send them to Zimbabwe. Well, that was it. Church, no deal. Blankets, never found. But the function went on with blankets. I don't know how that happened. I don't know where that was done, but I lost the deal. Another loss. I went back into full-time teaching and thinking, what do I do? Started a school, online school, under my wife's name. We tried our best to advertise and advertise. I got a few clients in Johannesburg. I was working from Randburg. Visit the clients, do my lessons, get paid. It didn't work out. It went under. I went to Nelspruit, still with the idea of the online school. I only got 2 clients in 6 months. It didn't work. I came back to Johannesburg to teach. And I was looking at my family, my wife, my children, and I thought, I don't have a house. I don't have anything of my own. Well, we have a car that my wife paid off, and a second car that I'm paying off. But that's it. Nothing else. We're living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, sometimes paycheck to no paycheck. And come October 2022, I decided I had just turned 50. I needed something real, something practical, something concrete that I could build my life upon. The result? I decided to go back into uniforms, but this time into Safetwear. The question I asked, what exactly does society need? And I thought safety is paramount. So Safetwear is a necessity. And I thought just what we needed, JWN. It initials my name, it initials my wife's name, it initials my surname. But that's just what we needed. And so I launched JWN PPE Supply Chain Solutions. And the story begins. So I want you to walk with me, those of you that are going to walk with me. I'm going to throw in tips of experiences. I'm going to ask you to subscribe. I'm going to ask you to share. I'm going to ask you to contribute. I'm going to ask you to ask questions. I'm going to ask you to support me. I'm going to ask you to be my team on this journey of JWN PPE Supply Chain Solutions. It is my belief that with the support that comes from you and from my clients and from my family, I will be able to walk this journey and see this business become a venture that's going to be inherited by my children. It's going to be a legacy for my family, and everyone else that watches is going to think through their own business model and establish their own businesses. Thank you. Have a lovely day. I'll see you in the next chapter.